Pluto retrogrades back into Capricorn September 2nd at 7:58 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's talk about it. Before we go back into Capricorn with Pluto, we are still focusing on reaping the inheritances from the ancestral work that we've been doing, from the reproductive health work that we've been doing. If you're someone who had physically a spicy practices in your magic, that's included, and any sort of blood offerings, including eating animals. Oh, surprise, that's also that sort of magic. It's true, however, that fits into your life. Up until September 2nd, we're focusing on still reaping the rewards and inheritances of that sort of work in a very, very new area. Wherever Aquarius is in your chart, Uranus and Saturn also. Now, when it goes back into Capricorn, we're in preparation in Aquarius while it's still in Aquarius. We're in preparation to return to Pluto being in Capricorn, because we're always preparing for what is coming next. Whether we realize it or not, that's where we're at. So if you are experiencing understanding magic that has been woven in the topics discussed earlier or mentioned earlier, right now what you're doing is clearing out the gutter. You know, on a house, if the gutters are full of leaves, what happens to the rain? It can't go down the little pipe system and then get caught in the rain barrel. All right, it just pours over the house. It's not good structural integrity. So think about the work that's coming up around the aforementioned topics as the preparation of clearing out the gutter, because when Pluto re-enters Capricorn, we are going to be experiencing a flow and a currency back into our Capricorn placement on a personal level, on a structural level, because Capricorn is our structures that we are not able to escape, especially structures that have been built intergenerationally and will take extra generations after us to change. So it's like double heavy layered on the ancestral work and offerings and magic. If you're someone who keeps record of your personal moon cycle, right now is probably a great time, if you feel like it's necessary, to go back over those moon cycles and see what was going on and when was it going on and what were the themes that you've been weaving over the previous year, or specifically since I think it was January 20th or January 27th. I don't remember which one. January 20th. That's when Pluto entered Aquarius this year. However, also, Pluto was in Aquarius in 2023, starting on March 23rd, which is around the time that Saturn entered Pisces, which I didn't realize that until making this video and looking up that information. It makes sense with how heavy the Saturn and the Neptune retrogrades are connected to the Pluto retrogrades right now. Or the Pluto retrograde, there's only one. Anyways, moving on. Go back through those cycles, and again, any of the aforementioned topics, because there's several of them, and look through since that time in 2023. And if you're somebody who's been practicing for a really long time, check back 16 years when Pluto entered Capricorn. I know that that's a long time, okay? That if you're someone who's been in a practice for a long time, then it's, that's applicable. It's applicable. What have you been working with ancestrally? We're not only being asked to inherit the powers of the people who we have made offerings with and to and bound our ancestral work with and to. And what do I mean by reap the inheritances? What power did they have that you are now able to access within yourself because you are in an exchange with that person that you didn't have before you had an exchange with that person? We're going back through and looking at those and closing the doors on them, because when Pluto re-enters Capricorn, like I said, it's going to be like the rain coming in. There's going to be a flow, a currency, water, energy. Remember, Pluto rules over Scorpio. It's like the deep, dark waters. And it'll probably be, because Pluto is secrets, some stuff that's a little bit unexpected. But everything that you're working on reaping right now, the harvesting of those different inheritances of the ancestral work that's been going on in your life, you'll be able to kind of see what's about to happen. Yeah, a little bit of a clue. Oh, I see this and see this and see that and see you. Oh, but who, where, why, when? Let yourself start to play a little game again. Get a little funky with it, okay? You kind of have to purposefully make Pluto stuff a little bit lighthearted because of how dark and serious it can be. It also makes reaping the inheritances that are gross and disgusting a little bit easier. Comic relief is born from tragedy, okay? So just have a little bit of fun with it. It'll make it easier. It'll make your life easier. I promise. And also sit with your grief and cry about it if you need to. Also valid. So that's what we're looking at. I don't even want to get into like the seriousness yet of Pluto actually being back in Capricorn, because we still have several days until that happens on September 2nd. And on a personal level, I am not asking myself to look too far ahead right now because of all the serious transits that we're under, which as a planner on a personal level is really difficult, okay? However, like I said, have a little fun, be a little clever, keep doing what you need to do, keep up your brew. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. That's true. I have some crazy personal stuff grounding right now in this time. I'm doing my best to stay clocked in here, but there might be a day or two where I disappear, okay? I'm coming back, I promise. Anyways, that's it. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.